أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. And welcome to another one of your G1 classes, everyone. I hope and pray that today everyone is doing well, and Jazakumullah to everyone for arriving to the class today on time. So we are going to start off our class today with an opening prayer. So for that, I will request the co-host to call a student to the mic. Assalamu alaikum, co-host.
Wa alaikum assalam. Could we have G1840, please?
Yeah, G1840. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. So if you start off with Ta'awud and Tasmiyah, and then I will display the prayer in front of you, yeah?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Okay, are you able to recite this prayer on your own, or do you want me to lead you in?
Okay. Rabbi zidni ilma.
Perfect. Well done, mashallah. Beautiful pronunciation and recitation. And also, if you read out the English for me.
O my Lord, increase me in my knowledge.
Perfect. And that's Surah Taha, verse 115. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic today. You beautifully recited that. Take care. Allah Hafiz.
Allah.
Okay, so let's just quickly go through our class etiquettes. Now, rule number 1, please make sure that you have signed in today with the correct IDs, but I'll be making the announcement about that in just a second. Make sure you have done your wudu. Make sure that you are also wearing clean clothes and that your head is also covered. Please make sure that you are sitting in a quiet place just to eliminate any background noise, and that you are with a parent whilst attending the class. And just lastly, as I mentioned right at the beginning, make sure you have signed in with the correct IDs. Any incorrect IDs will be sent into the waiting room, okay? And once you're placed into the waiting room, you will understand that you've signed in with the incorrect ID. If you do not know what your correct ID is, then you can please just email us, and we should be able to provide you with your correct ID. But please do use this time right now to rename yourself if you happen to have signed in with the incorrect IDs. Now, in terms of what we are doing today, today we are covering the rule of Maddi Asli, but in particular, Vowel Madda. Okay, now in yesterday's class, you guys went through Alif Madda, and you guys had the opportunity to go through some examples just to put that all in practice. Today we are going to be covering Vowel Madda, but of course, before covering Vowel Madda, I will quickly give you guys a run through of what the lesson yesterday was based on. Okay, so you guys are already aware that the word mad means to lengthen or to prolong, to elongate a word is what mad means, okay? Now, Alif Madiya is always preceded by a consonant carrying the stroke of fatha. So in yesterday's class, you guys looked at these types of examples here, where you have a blank alif, and if the letter before that has got a fatha on top, then you need to elongate it for 2 seconds. This would be an example of Alif Madiya, okay? So rather than saying ra and just giving a 1 second timing, because yes, it does have a fatha on top, but because there is a blank alif after it, we have to make sure that we elongate for 2 seconds. So the correct way to pronounce it would be ra, ra. And also notice how I'm giving a round mouth when I'm saying this letter here. Ra, and then make sure to elongate for 2 seconds. Okay. In this example here, you can see there is an alif. Now, this alif may not look like a regular alif that just stands up vertically like this, but letters come in all different shapes and like different ways they're written out as well. It depends on the font of Arabic. But in these type of examples, alif can have a different shape depending on whether it's placed at the front of a word, in the middle of the word, or at the end of the word. So with more practice, you will be able to differentiate between different letters, and you will be able to identify that even the same letter can be written differently. Okay, so this is just one of those examples. Now there is a lam with an alif on top. So initially we should just give it a 1 second timing. However, because there is a blank alif after it, we will give it a 2 second timing. So we're going to end up saying la. So this is what you guys went through yesterday. Now, in today's rule, we are going to be talking about vowel because it's also one of our haruful madda letters. Okay, it's one of our mud letters. As you can see, we have 3 mud letters: alif, vowel, and ya. Alif you guys covered yesterday, and vowel will be the focus for today's class. Now, the rule with vowel Madiya is that it's always preceded by a consonant carrying the stroke of dhamma. Okay? In other words, there is a vowel sakin here. A vowel sakin is basically a vowel with a sukoon or a jazm on top. Okay? We have a vowel with a sukoon or a jazm on top, so a vowel sakin. And whenever you come across a vowel sakin, you have to always look at the letter before. Okay, so if I'm reading the Quran and I see a vowel sakin, I have to make sure that I look at the letter before. If the letter before has got a dhamma on top, then we will prolong for 2 seconds. Okay, so just like in this example, there is a vowel sakin, letter before that is an alif, which has got a dhamma on top. So now we know we need to elongate 2 seconds. So this is how we are going to say this word. Ooh, ooh. Okay, so we elongate for 2 seconds. According to this next example here, you have a ta with a dhamma on top. Initially, we should just say tu, but because this letter with dhamma has occurred before a vowel sakin, so there's a vowel sakin and the letter before has got a dhamma, we know it's an example of vowel Madiya. So it's an example of vowel Madiya, and we should elongate it for 2 seconds. So this is how we're going to pronounce it. Do, do. Now, just one last thing I would like to add is that here there is a blank alif. It had no sukoon or jazm on top, right? No sukoon or jazm. It was just blank. But we still elongated it for 2 seconds. However, with the vowel Madiya rule, you would have noticed that the vowel is not blank. It's got a sukoon on top. It's a vowel sakin, okay? So that's just alif is just an exception. If alif has got a sukoon or a jazm on top, you will not elongate. That would be a different rule, which we might cover in our future lessons. But remember, with a blank alif, you would have to elongate if the letter before has got fatha. But with the vowel has to be a sakin. Vowel sakin, letter before that has got a dhamma, we will elongate for 2 seconds. And similarly with ya, you would have a sukoon or jazm on top as well. But here, alif is just an exception. So that being said, I hope it was clear for you guys to understand that we are going to be going through a few examples. So if it doesn't totally make sense to you right now, then it will. Don't worry about that, because we will be exercising and practicing that in our next part here. Okay, so I'm going to ask the co-host to call a student to the mic to talk us through these 2 examples. So co-host, if I can please have student to the mic.
Yep, could we have G1 327 on the mic, please?
Perfect. G1 327, Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you doing today?
Good.
Alhamdulillah, that's really good to know. Now, did you understand the rule I was teaching today?
Yes.
Perfect, that's really good to know. Now, if you start off with ta'awud and tasmiyah, And you can just recite this first example here for me, yeah? You're going to have to be slightly louder because I'm struggling to hear you, okay? So try and come a bit closer to the mic, please. And you can start whenever you're ready. Well done, mashallah, nicely recited. Now, are you able to recite this word on your own, or do you want me to help you?
I think I can do it on my own.
Perfect, go for it.
I think
Well done. So you've elongated the letters, which I'm really happy about. So you said oo, tu. Now, do you know why we are elongating these letters? Okay, no problem. So the rule that we just went through right now was the vowel Madiya rule. Okay, there is a vowel sakin. Vowel sakin is basically a vowel with a sukoon or jazam on top. Okay, like this one here. So the rule was if there is a vowel sakin and the letter before that has got a dhamma on top, then we should elongate it for 2 seconds, which what you beautifully did right now. Okay, so is this a vowel sakin here?
yeah.
Perfect. Yes, it is. And what stroke does the alif have on top? Do you know what? Sorry?
Dhamma.
Good. Well done. So it's a dhamma. So this one, in this instant, the vowel Madiya rule will apply. Okay, because there's a vowel sakin and the letter before has got a dhamma on top. So that's why we're going to elongate it for 2 seconds. Okay. So if you repeat after me, oo, tu. Well done. And if you recite this example here for me as well. Perfect. So similarly, just like with the example we just went through, here we can see there is a vowel sakin and the letter before that has got a dhamma on top. And that's why we elongate for 2 seconds, okay? We say tu, gu. Can you try saying that for me? Well done, mashallah, very nicely recited, G1 327. Just practice a bit more with these vowel sakin letters and make sure that you're able to understand fully why we elongate for 2 seconds over here, okay?
Okay.
Jazakumullah for coming to the mic today. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz. Okay, so co-host, if I could have another student to the mic to recite this line here.
G1834.
Perfect. G1834. Assalamu alaikum. G1834. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. So, did you understand the rule that was being taught today?
I kind of came late.
You kind of understood it. Okay, no problem. Well, we're going to be practicing the rule together, so hopefully that will get rid of any confusion, yeah? Now, if you start off with the ta'awud and tasmiyya, you can start from this first word here for me, please. Okay. Do you want me to lead you into the recitation or can you do that by yourself? Okay. Now, okay, well done for trying. Jazakumullah. Let's just take a look at this first word here, okay? Now, there is a vowel sakin. Yeah, a vowel sakin is a vowel with a sukoon or jazm on top. So there is a vowel sakin and the letter before that has got what on top? What does it have on top?
Dhamma.
Dhamma, perfect. Now, a lot of times people make the mistake of saying tuv, okay? However, that is the incorrect way of pronouncing it. Technically, you are right in a sense that there is a vowel there. You're joining the third to the vowel, and initially you should really be giving the vowel sound, but this is not what applies over here, okay? In terms of the proper Arabic grammar, we're not going to say that. This vowel sakin is basically vowel Madiya. It's acting as a rule of vowel Madiya, okay? So the rule is whenever there is a vowel sakin, in this case we have a vowel sakin here, and the letter before that, if that's got a dhamma on top, which in this case it does, then we will elongate for 2 seconds. So rather than saying tuv, we will say tu. Can you try saying that for me?
Tu.
Well done. Try saying this letter here for me as well.
Tu.
Okay, now with this one, this is what a dhamma looks like. And if there is a letter which has got a dhamma on top, we should be giving a 1 second timing. Obviously, with the vowel Madiya, it's different because there is a vowel sakin, and that's why we end up elongating for 2 seconds. Over here, this is not a dhamma, it's an inverted dhamma. That means that we will elongate for 2 seconds, okay? So rather than saying tu, you're going to say tu. Can you try saying that for me?
Tu.
Well done. So let's try from the start again.
Tu. Boom.
Well done. How would you say this word here?
Boom.
Well done. Well done. So that mistake of giving the vowel sound wasn't made. So I'm really happy about that. Okay, moving on to the next letter.
Ba.
Okay, so this is an inverted dhamma. We need to give an oo sound, but we need to elongate it for 2 seconds. Try that again.
Ba.
Okay, boo.
Boo.
Well done. How would you say this example here?
Boo.
Good.
Boo.
Well done. So in this example here, they basically just tried to show us that if there is a vowel Madiya and if there is an inverted dhamma in other examples, you elongate them for exactly the same amount of time. So like over here with the vowel Madiya rule, we gave 2 seconds. Here there is now no vowel there is no vowel sakin preceded by a letter carrying a dhamma. It's just an inverted dhamma. It's one of our long stretch strokes. And even here we are giving a 2 second timing. So student G1834, does the rule make a bit more sense to you now?
Yes.
Perfect, that's great. So keep practicing this rule. It will only stick to you more the more you practice, okay? So Jazakumullah for coming to the mic today. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz. Okay, perfect. Co-host, may I please have another student to the mic?
G1836, please.
Okay, G1836. Wa alaikum salam. How are you doing today?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. So, does the rule make sense to you? Is it clear?
Yeah, all clear.
Oh, that's really good. Jazakumullah for that. So that's good, alhamdulillah. Now, if you start off with the awud and the smiya, you will recite this word here for me, yeah?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Lazu.
Well done. So in terms of the rule, you beautifully recited that. You knew you had to elongate this letter for 2 seconds, which you perfectly did. So well done. But the only thing I'm going to say is that this is a dhal. You get the tip of your tongue and you place it in between your top and bottom teeth, okay? So let's try that again. Ladhu.
Ladu.
Okay? But just a slight the sound. Ladhu.
Lazu.
Much better. Well done. And if you recite this word here for me?
Mu'sin.
Okay, so in terms of the rule today, you can see there is a vowel sakin. Yeah?
Yeah.
Can you see it? Perfect. And what's the letter before got on top?
A dhamma.
A dhamma. So what should we do here? Should we read the meme for 1 second or 2 seconds?
2 seconds.
Good, well done, because this is the vowel Madiya rule. Vowel Madiya is basically just a vowel sakin and the letter before that has got a dhamma, which in this case, both of the rules are there. Both of the things I've just mentioned are coming up here, which means we should elongate for 2 seconds, okay? So if you repeat after me, Musin.
Musin.
Well done. And if you can go through this example here for me.
Maluna.
Good, well done. So I can see you corrected yourself there. You elongated it for 2 seconds. There is a vowel mud. The letter before that has got a dhamma. Make sure that when you're elongating, you need to understand what the letter before that has got on top. If there is a vowel mud, we know that the letter before that should have a dhamma on top, okay? And that's why we elongate it for 2 seconds. So that's the rule of vowel mud, yeah, okay?
Okay.
Perfect. And over here, we're giving a slight jerking sound. Ta'maluna.
Maluna.
Perfect. Try and give the sound of the ayn from the middle of your throat, because that's where the sound of the ayn comes from. Ta'maluna.
Maluna.
Much better, much better. Well done. And just one more example. If you go through this example here for me. Good try, good try. Well done. I can see you elongated the qaf here, which is really good. Let's try that again. فَأَلْقُوهُ. Well done, mashallah. Very nicely recited, G1836. Keep practicing and inshallah you get there very soon, okay?
Okay.
Jazakumullah for coming to the mic today. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Okay, co-host, if I could please have another student to the mic.
Yes, G1850.
Okay, G1850. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you doing today?
Good.
Alhamdulillah.
How are you?
I'm good too, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. So, are you understanding the rules so far?
Yeah.
Perfect, that's good. Do you want to start off with Ta'awud and Tasmiyah? And do you want me to help you read the words, or do you want to try reciting it on your own?
No.
Okay, you want to do
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Musa.
Okay, well done. Let's just take a look at the first word here. Okay, what's this letter here?
Well.
Good. And what does it have on top?
Kasra.
Okay, so this is
A sakun.
a sakoon. Well done. Now, there is a vowel sakin. And what does the letter before that have got on top?
The sakun.
Okay, so this is what a sakoon is, and this is what a dhamma is.
Dhamma.
Well done, dhamma. Now, if there is a vowel sakin and the letter before that has got dhamma on top, what should we do?
Elongate.
Yes, elongate for 2 seconds, okay? Now, make sure you're taking your time with the recitation so that you don't end up mispronouncing the words or not elongating them for long enough. So let's try this again. Musa.
Musa.
Okay, next one.
Yafqahuna.
Well done. Just make sure to give a round mouth in the qaf. Yafqahuna.
Yafqahuna. Lakanibuna. Ya'lamuna.
Okay, well done, mashallah, very nicely recited. Now, this is a dhal, okay, it's not a noon. So let's try that again. لَكَاذِبُونَ.
Lakadibuna. Ya.
Okay, darling, that's it, just up to here. Well done, mashallah, very nicely recited. I can see you're able to understand how long to prolong these letters for. Now, over here, there is the vowel sakin, and the letter before that is called a dhamma on top. How long should we elongate it for?
2 seconds.
Perfect. How long should we elongate the ba here for?
2 seconds.
Good, well done. And how long should we prolong the meme here?
2 seconds.
Perfect. So this is the rule of vowel Madiya. Does it all make sense? Is that clear to understand?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, perfect. Well, Jazakumullah for coming to the mic today, G1.
Allah Hafiz.
Take care. Allah Hafiz.
Allah
Okay.
Hafiz.
So, co-host, if I could have another student to the mic.
Yep, I've got two IDs here, G1848 and G1849. So
Okay, perfect. So
G1848.
let's. Okay, sorry. Did you say G1848 is first? Yeah.
Yeah.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you doing today?
I'm very well, alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. So is this student G1848?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Now, if you start off with ta'awud and tasmiyah, and you can start reciting from this word here for me. Do you want help in reciting it? Do you want to try reciting on your own today?
Yes, I can do it on my own. Jazakallah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
So we're starting off from here.
يؤمنون.
Well done. So already I can see you're elongating the letters. Do you know why we are elongating?
Because we have the Dhamma.
Well done. So we have the dhamma before the vowel sakin, right? And
Yeah.
that's why we are elongating it for 2 seconds. Perfect. Well done. If you read out the second example here for me.
Okay. Yarji'una.
Well done. Now, even here, you've beautifully made the ayn sound and you also elongated it for 2 seconds, which I really loved. So well done. Now, the only thing I'm going to say is, with the kasra, you give an E sound, not an E sound, okay? So rather than saying yarji'una, you're going to say yarji'una. Try saying that for me.
Yarji'una.
Perfect. Similarly, in the first example here, yuminuna.
Yuminuna.
Well done, mashallah. And if you read out the third example here for me.
Yaqtatuluna.
Well done. And here you also gave a jerking sound, which is something I don't think you guys have gone through at the moment, but inshallah in future lessons you will be learning this rule as well. So let's try that again. Yaqtuluna.
Yaqtaluna.
Okay, this one's got a dhamma. Tuluna.
Tuluna.
Well done. And just the last example here.
Yubusiruna.
Okay, well done, mashallah. Very nicely recited. G1848. I can clearly see you're understanding the rule, which is really good. So all you need to do is just practice it a bit more. Okay?
Okay.
Perfect. Jazakallah. That being said, could I also have 849?
Yeah, that's my sister.
Okay, is that what you wanted to say?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So Student G1 849, Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good too, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. So, are you understanding the rules so far?
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay, don't worry. Well, we're going to be practicing this together, so it shouldn't be too confusing, inshallah, okay?
Okay.
Now let's take a look. This word here, if you start off with ta'awud and tasmiyah, and do you want me to help you recite this word, or do you want to try it on your own first?
Okay. Can I go by myself?
Yeah, sure you can. So start off with ta'awud and tasmiyah, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم مفوسي.
Okay, so the fa has got a sakin on top, a sukoon on top, right? So it's a fa sakin, and we are joining it to the letter before. So the way you're going to say it is muf.
Muf.
Well done. Carrying on.
مفسي دون.
Good, well done. Now, this is the rule that we went through today, and I can see you prolonged it for 2 seconds, so that's really good. Now, do you know why we prolonged this for 2 seconds?
Because it's got a dhamma.
Yeah, what's got a dhamma on top? So it would be this dal. Yeah, this dal has got a dhamma on top. Now,
Yeah,
if it's vowel sakin, we always have to make sure to look at the letter before. If the letter before the vowel sakin has got a dhamma on top, we elongate it in 2 seconds. This is the rule of vowel Madiya. What's the rule called? What's the rule called?
Of the Madiya.
Yeah, vowel Madiya. Okay, vowel Madiya. Well done. So let's try this again. Mufsiduna.
Mufsiduna.
Well done. Do you want to try giving the second example here again as well?
Yufsiduna.
Well done, mashallah. Very nicely recited. Give the third example here it goes well, please. So this is a dal. You're joining the ya to the dal. How would you do that?
Yad. Khuluna.
Well done. Let's try that again. Yadkhuluna.
Yada.
Yad. That's how we're going to say it. Yad. Try saying that for me.
Yada. Khuluna.
Okay, now here we're not saying yada, okay? And that's because this dal has got a sukoon. It's almost as if we cut half of the sound of the dal off when we are joining it to the letter.
Yad.
Try saying that for me.
Yad.
Perfect. Well done.
Khuluna.
Good. Well done, mashallah. This time I could hear that you gave the right sound here for the dal. Good. Well done. And just the last example here for me, please.
Yasduna.
Okay, well done. Mashallah, very nicely recited. I can see you're understanding the rule. The rule is called vowel Madiya. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's all to do with just a vowel sakin and If the vowel sakin has got a dhamma, if the letter before the vowel sakin has got a dhamma on top, then we know we should be elongating it. Do you know how long we should elongate it for?
It's 2.
Good, well done. 2 seconds. Okay.
Yeah.
Well done. MashaAllah, very nicely recited G1849. I can see you clearly tried your best to recite all of the words by yourself, so that's really good. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic today.
Jazakallah.
Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz. Okay, co-host, if I could have another student to the mic, please.
Yep, G1749.
Perfect. G1749. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good too, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. So, are you understanding the rules so far?
Yes.
Good, well done. That's good to know. Now, do you want to start with the ta'awudh and tasmiyah? And would you like me to help you recite the words, or do you want to try them yourself first?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لازو.
Okay, let's try that again.
لازو.
Good, well done. We're elongating it for 2 seconds, which you beautifully did here. But remember, the sound of a dhal cannot be a za sound. They're 2 different letters, okay? So, ladhu.
لادو.
Okay, dhal, not a dal sound. Ladhu.
لادو.
Much better, well done. If you read the second example here for me.
موزن.
Okay, good. Well done for elongating this part here for 2 seconds. Here, this is a sword, okay, like a thick S sound. Musin.
موسن.
Okay, so we're not going to say sil here because we don't know what the next letter is. It's the next letter that will tell us if we're going to say sil or sin, okay? So just try and give the full clear noon sound. Musin.
موسن.
Well done. And the next word.
تعملون.
Good. Well done. MashaAllah, very nicely recited. Just remember the sound of the ayn comes from the middle of the throat, okay? تعملون.
تعملون.
Much better. Well done. I can see you tried to give the ayn sound there. Good. And just the last word here, please.
فألقوه.
Okay, do you want to try that again?
فألقوه.
Good. Well done. So you elongated the qaf, which is good. But make sure the ha, you only give it a 1 second timing. What's the ha got on top?
الدمى.
Dhamma. So why is it that over here we are giving a 1 second and over here on the qaf we're giving 2 seconds, even though the qaf has got a dhamma? Why are the timings different?
Mhm.
Do you know why the timings are different?
It's
So there is a
jam.
vowel sakin, okay? There is a vowel sakin, and the letter before that has got a dhamma. This is the rule of vowel Madiya, okay?
Mhm.
So this is why we elongate it for 2 seconds, regardless of the fact that the qaf has got a dhamma on top, and so does the ha. The timings are different because the qaf is joining to the vowel sakin. The ha is not joining to anything here, okay? So ha we give 1 second, qaf we give 2 seconds because it's a rule of vowel madya. There is a vowel sakin and the letter before that has got a dhamma on top. So let's try that again. فَأَلْقُوهُ.
فألقوه.
Well done, mashallah, very nicely recited. So, looks like you're understanding the rule well so far. Keep practicing as much as you can and make sure that you're familiarizing yourself with Arabic terminology as well. Okay? Jazakallah for coming to the mic today. Take care.
جزاك
Allah Hafiz.
الله.
Allah Hafiz. Okay, co-host, may I please have another student to the mic?
G1537.
Perfect. G1537. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. So, are you understanding the rules so far?
Yes.
Perfect. So, if you start off with Awud and Tasniya, do you want me to lead you into the recitation or do you want to try it yourself?
I'm gonna try it myself.
Okay, perfect. Go for it whenever you're ready.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم موسى.
Well done. So you've elongated it beautifully for 2 seconds here and 2 seconds there. Why are you elongating for 2 seconds here?
Because it has a vertical fatha on the top.
Good, well done, good. So there's a vertical fatha, we elongate for 2 seconds. Perfect, well done. Do you want to read out the second example for me?
يفقهون.
Perfect. And even here, you elongated the who for 2 seconds, which is really good. Now, just one thing, with the qaf, we give it a round mouth. It's one of our thick letters, okay? So let's try that again. يفقهون.
يفقهون.
Well done, mashallah, beautifully recited. Can you also read out the third example here for me?
لكاذبون.
Well done, mashallah, very nicely recited. And what I like most about your recitation is that you gave the right sound with it for the dal. So let's try that again. لكاذبون.
لكاذبون.
Good, well done. And do you want to also read out the last example here for me?
يعلمون.
Perfect, well done. Just make sure with the ayn, you're giving the sound from the middle of your throat, okay? يعلمون.
يعلمون.
Perfect, well done. Let's try it one more time, but make sure you're giving the sound of the ayn from the middle of your throat. يعلمون.
يعلمون.
Well done, mashallah, very nicely recited. Now, the meme, why are we elongating this letter for 2 seconds, even though it's just got a dhamma on top?
Because there is a wow Madiya in front of it.
Good, well done. So you're even using the correct terminology, which is really good. So we have a vowel sakin. The letter before that has got a dhamma on top. So this is now a vowel Madiya. So we elongate it for 2 seconds. Well done, mashallah. I can really see you've understood the rule pretty well today. So well done. Keep practicing as much as you can and keep working hard. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic today. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Okay, co-host, if I could please have another student to the mic.
Yes. G1 443.
Perfect. G1 443. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. So are you understanding the rules so far?
Yes.
Good, that's really good. So we're going to start off from here, this word here, yeah? So if you start off with ta'awud and tasniya, do you want me to help you read out the word or do you want to try it on your own?
I think I'll try it on my own.
Sure, perfect. So if you start whenever you're ready.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يؤمنون.
Well done. Now, you beautifully elongated the ya and the noon for 2 seconds. Do you know why you did that?
Because the ya and the noon have and the ma on top of it, and the well a
It's got a sukoon, yeah? The
Yeah.
vowel has got a sukoon on top. So well done. You beautifully pointed that out, that the ya and the noon both have got a dhamma on top, which you said absolutely right, okay? But if a letter has got a dhamma on top, we just give it a 1 second timing. But because there is a vowel sakin, there is a vowel with sukoon or jazm on top, and the letter before that has got a dhamma, we end up elongating it. Do you know how long we elongate it for?
2 seconds.
2 seconds. Well done. Mashallah, I can see you understand the rule pretty well. So good, well done. Do you want to read out the second example for me?
يرجعون.
Well done, mashallah. Even here, you're elongating it for 2 seconds, so well done. Let's read out the third example.
يقتلون.
Good, well done. And even here, you gave a jerking sound, which totally makes sense. It's one of our kalkala rules, but inshallah, that's something you will learn in the future lessons as well. So let's try that again. يقتلون.
يقتلون.
Perfect, well done. And if you read out the last example here for me.
يبصرون.
Well done, mashallah, very nicely recited, G1 443. I can see you understanding the rule pretty well and you're able to apply your knowledge to your recitation, which is also amazing. So Jazakumullah for coming to the mic today. Take care of yourself, keep practicing, okay?
Okay.
Allah Hafiz.
Hafiz.
Perfect. Now, co-host, if I could have another student to the mic.
Yeah, G1 444.
Perfect. G1 444. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
Alhamdulillah, that's good to know. Are you understanding the rules so far?
Yes.
Perfect, that's great, that's good to know. Now, if you'd like to start off with Ta'awudh and Tasmiyah, do you want me to help you with the recitation or do you want to try reciting it on your own?
I'd like to try it by myself, please.
Okay, sure, perfect. So start off with Ta'awudh and Tasmiyah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم مفسدون.
Well done, mashallah. Beautifully, you elongated that for 2 seconds. So good, well done. If you want to try the second example.
يفسدون.
Perfect, well done. Another great recitation. The third example, please.
يدخلون.
Well done. And even here, I can hear that you're giving a jerking sound. Again, that's something we're going to learn in the future. But well done for knowing that already. Just the last example here.
يسطون.
Okay, well done, mashallah. I can see you understanding the rule pretty well. Do you want to just explain to me why we are elongating the ta here?
Because after the dot, there's a vowel.
Yeah, good. And it's a vowel sakin in particular, yeah?
Yes.
Perfect. So there is a vowel sakin. And what's the letter before that got on top?
Dhamma.
Good. So how long do we elongate it for?
For 2 seconds or 2 counts.
2 seconds or 2 counts. Absolutely. Well said, G144. There were 3 4s there. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic today. Just keep practicing as much as you can, but I can see you're understanding the rules up to this point very well. So Jazakumullah for coming to the mic. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Allah Hafiz. Okay, so this is basically what we have gone through, the rule of Vowel Madiya. Now, you guys might have noticed that I kept on repeating myself over and over again in terms of what the rule of Vowel Madiya is. And that's all because it's important to have that rehearsal of just hearing that same rule being repeated, because it's just the best way to really remember something. So keep practicing, and going over stuff over and over again can really help help the rule stick for longer. Okay, so that's why I kept on repeating myself. But yeah, that's the rule of Vowel Madiya. Now, inshallah, in tomorrow's lesson, you will be going through the rule of Ya Madiya. So please do be prepared for that. Now, let's just quickly take a look at our homework, and then we will conclude our class with a closing prayer. Now, as you may or may not be, well, you are already aware because you're in the class, but we've been going through the rule of normal elongation, okay? And today we went through the vowel column, which is in exercise 15.3 on page 69. We went through 2 vowel columns, which I have highlighted right here, these 2 columns, okay? And we also went through the bottom row of exercise 15.2. 2. So if we go on to exercise 15.2, here we are. This row we went through as well. And we also went through these examples here. Okay, so as part of your homework, you're told to just go over those few examples and exercises again, just so that it's fully making sense to you and that you're able to recite the words properly with the proper rule being applied to it as well. Okay, so as part of your homework is just to go through what we went through today. Okay, which is basically the rule of Vowel Madiya and applying it to the exercises which are listed here. Now, to conclude our class today, I'm going to call a student to the mic. So co-host, if I could please have a student to the mic for the closing prayer.
Yes, G1 554.
Okay, G1 554. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too, alhamdulillah. Did you understand the rule today?
Yeah.
Good, good. Well done. That's really good. So just make sure to do the homework as well, yeah?
Okay.
Perfect. Do you want to start off with the Abud and Tasmiyah? And do you want me to lead you into the recitation, or do you want to try reciting the prayer on your own today?
Okay.
Do you want to try reciting on your own?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Perfect. So start off with the Abud and Tasmiyah, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم همي
Well done.
لكم
Bil-Qur'an.
بالقرآن
Azim.
العظيم.
Well done. And just if you can follow the last part here for me. وَاجْعَلْهُ لِي.
وجعلوا لي
وَاجْعَلْهُ لِي إِمَامًا نورا هدى ورحمة.
ورحمة.
Perfect. Well done. MashaAllah. Very nicely recited. And do you want to read out the English for me?
Allah have mercy on me through the Quran, the great,
Well done. Just a second.
and make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy.
Well done, G1554. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic today. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz. Okay, so that was it for today's class, everyone. Jazakumullah for attending the class today, and also please make sure you do the homework, because that's the only way you will get to practice more and try and understand the rule. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask us, okay? And we hope to catch you guys in another class soon. Until then, take care of yourself. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.